In this video, we're going to show you how to add your logo, how to choose a color scheme, how to set up some of the basic settings in the options panel, and also how to work with the navigation system. So we're going to jump back over to the dashboard, and you click on Appearance and Site Options. And this is the custom options panel where you can make all of your customizations to your site very easily. So the first thing we're going to do is upload our logo. So that's located right here under website logo. So you just click upload image and choose your logo and hit open. And the same thing for the login screen logo. This will get shown up on the login screen for the WordPress dashboard. Just makes it a little bit more custom to have your own logo. So you just click upload image and again choose your logo. Right down here, this is the fave icon, and this gets shown up in the when people bookmark your site and things like that. So if you never worked with one before, it's just a small image. It's only 16 by 16 pixels. And we recommend creating an icon file, which is a .ico. And if you don't have the capability to export that on your own, if you just have like a JPEG or any kind of regular image, we provided a link for you right over here for a great online tool for creating an icon file. So we're just going to open up this link, and it'll bring us to this site. And if you don't have a fave icon, you can find them on this website. But if you already do have one, you just click import image, and then you just hit browse, and then you just want to locate your fave icon on your computer and hit upload, and then it's going to upload it for you. And then you just write down here download fave icon and save the file. Alright, and it's downloaded. So now we're going to go back to our dashboard, and same thing for fave icon, you just choose upload image, and I just have to locate the file that we just downloaded. So fave icon right there. And that's about it for the logos. So now we're gonna click Save Changes, and if we come back here and refresh, you'll see that our logo is now in place, and also our fave icon up in the address bar is now in place. Now also on this general options page, we have this hide meta boxes. By default, WordPress shows a lot of different boxes on the page and post editing screens, and usually they're not really used by most users. So we wanted to make WordPress feel more like a CMS, so we've eliminated a lot of those boxes. But if you prefer to turn them on, you can just simply uncheck the box. And then also down here on the general settings page, we have tracking code. So if you have Google Analytics or some other service, they'll provide you some code to paste into your website, and this is where you would paste it in. And again, when you're done, you just hit Save All Changes. I'm just going to log out real quick so then you can see the custom login logo. So if I log out, you'll see that we have a custom logo up here. So it just kind of adds, a nice little touch. It just makes it a little bit more custom. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the main navigation. So if I come back over to the site, you'll see that we have our main nav. We set it up in the other video. The latest version of Karma, we added some new options for the main navigation. So if I come over here to Site Options, and then I go to Interface Options, you'll see that there's two new checkboxes. One's for the drop downs. So if you want to disable the drop downs, so you'll notice if you hover over an item that has subpages, it'll have a drop down. If you want to disable that, you can just click this first checkbox and disable it. So we'll save changes and refresh, and you'll see there's no more drop downs. And also the navigation descriptions, you notice under these top level items it has these small little descriptions underneath. So if you want to turn those off, you can also do that. So you just check this box and save changes, and if we come back and refresh, you'll see that we have more of just a basic text-based navigation. So whatever style you prefer, it's up to you. Okay, now in terms of the navigations, they're all controlled through the WordPress menus feature. So this is located under Appearance and Menus. So you'll see from our XML content, we already have a couple of different menus already created. So in order to cycle through, you just click on the menu that you want to edit, and then this right over here will list all your pages, and then this right here is the custom links area. So basically, anytime you want to add a page, you just you just select the pages that you want to add, and then you just hit Add to Menu, and then you'll see they'll appear over here, and then you just simply drag and drop the pages in the proper order that you want. And it's very easy to kind of set up your navigation. You can also remove pages. So to remove a page, you just click on the little arrow and you'll see the remove button. Now to make a page, to make subpages, you just simply, you'll see that these 3 pages right here, these are subpages. So you just simply drag them over. So like for instance, if you wanted to create some subpages under shortcodes, you would just drag it over to the right a little bit, and you'll see how it's indented. So those would be considered subpages. And whenever you're done with the menu, you just hit Save Menu. And if you are working with the descriptions, here I'm just going to go back to the options panel. So Site Options and Interface Options, and I'm going to uncheck this box so that the descriptions will show up. So if I refresh, you'll see that we now have these descriptions. So in order to set those are also set under the Menus section. So you just click on Appearance and Menus. And if it's not already turned on, you just need to turn on the description box, and that can be done up here, Screen Options. And you just check the description box and then close that. And then all of your top level items, you just go through and add your description. So you'll see that there's this new area where you can insert a description. So you just type in a short phrase. It's only maybe 2 to 4 words. You don't have to worry about the sub pages because they won't show up. So you just want to worry about the just the top level pages. And that's it. You just kind of go through the different items and save menu. And that's pretty much the main navigation. Now I'm going to come back and we'll click on we'll go to the About section, and we'll talk about the side navigations. So these are also controlled through the Menus feature. Basically, these automatically get generated from this main menu. So any page that's a sub page will automatically show up over here in the sub navigation. So the only thing that you need to do in order for it to show up is just make sure you have the proper page template selected. So we'll click on Pages, and we'll go to one of these sub pages. So we'll click on About 1, and over here for the template, this one's currently using left nav, so you can use left nav or right nav, or a few different variations of either one. And that's it. You just update the page, and if we refresh, you'll see that we still have this side navigation. So this menu gets pulled in through this main navigation. So in order for it to show up in the sidebar, it has to be a subpage of a particular section. Okay, and that pretty much does it for that. We'll go back into the Site Options panel, and we'll just kind of go through a couple more basic settings. So for styling options, this is where you can choose your color scheme. So you just simply click on the color scheme that you want, and then after you save, it'll use that color scheme. So we'll just do the primary for now. So we'll just choose our color scheme and hit Save Changes. And if we come back and refresh, you'll see that it changes. You can also mix and match color schemes. So you'll see down here, this is the secondary color scheme panel. And the secondary color scheme is pretty much everything that happens in between this top header and then the footer. So if you want to have multiple colors, you can do that. So we'll just show you real briefly. We'll just click on a new secondary color and then Save Changes, and then refresh. And you'll see that we now have the custom secondary color. So if you don't want the custom secondary color, you just make sure this first option is selected, and then it will automatically use the default color scheme. And the last section within this custom styling options is the custom CSS. So if you wanted to add just a few minor CSS code to your site, you can easily insert it right in this box. And that about does it for this video. I hope it was helpful, and please stay tuned.